Hi, good evening. This is the 10th of November, which is on a Monday. Um, this morning I got up and enjoyed my morning day. I woke up and did many things, um, and I saw some news that kind of put a little bit of sadness, but then I overcame that by saying that God knows everything around us and what happens, which is out of our control. So, um, after that, I got to do my normal routine of things around home, making sure that I get to finish things, clean up my fish tank, which I completely skipped during the weekend. So, that was refreshing, and I put my clothes, about to put my clothes, and then realized it's going to rain today. God bless the seasons, right? So we're gonna have rain, which is amazing. And later on, my day went on, and one thing after another, because my manager is gone for a week's worth of holidays. There were things that were unfinished, so had to chase things up and raise things and bring things to people's attention. um and I think I wanted to make sure that I'm honest before God. So I put things in the factual perspective, but it also gave me an alarming feeling about why projects are you know being run, and what's the purpose, the real true value of purpose on these projects. Um and some I really can't see it come to full fruition. But then I realized that's not in my control, and I need to just do my little bit of part, right? Whatever outcome I got to, you know uh, I um got to put across, is something that I need to be appreciative of, that God gave me an opportunity in something that I would never understand. And that gave me a benefit of understanding how I need to engage and talk about how I can work with the First Nation people, or how I can find ways to help them, right? And what is the culture about? And that was important. And I am engaged in some interesting conversations with my colleague, and we really took that through, and I came out thinking my day has been okay and it is finished off. My daughter, unfortunately, was taking pictures of the beautiful bird which has decided to, which a willy wagtail, right? It has decided to build its nest on top of our alfresco fan, ceiling fan, I mean. And it was so beautiful to see the birds. And my daughter wanted to take pictures of the bird. I've told her not to, but unfortunately she disobeyed me, and I felt really upset. She went and took a photo of the two little beautiful birds, that, the baby birds that has hatched from its egg and waiting for the willy wagtail to feed them. I got really worried. I said to Abby, never do that, because if it smells something of a human aroma on the bird, on the little birds, it will not feed it. It will say it's not my bird. So I said you should never do that. And I felt really upset with Abby, because I really want the birds to thrive in this environment, and that is why I allowed the bird to, build its nest there. And it's a time for it to build its nest and to have a baby, and we should nourish and cherish and see it from, that life is so simple and so important for many living beings, not only for us but other things, and allow it to coexist in our lives. That's what I took out of this experience, that I'm enjoying to see. So I saw the little Tweety birds, and I was I was blessed by it. It's trying to survive now through its environment and trying to build itself up. And I hope it can live longer and survive through this period of getting fed by its parents, And that's what's happening for my kids, right? They're being looked after, thriving through this environment that we have built for them. And very soon, like these birds, little Tweety birds, they will also have a time to journey away from us. Or empty the nest, that empty nest is coming very close for us in our lives, but that's okay. I'm blessed by seeing my little beautiful birds grow up and thrive, through this process. So that's something I just wanted to relate regarding the birds. Eventually my day was not that happy because of this. Not only this, I was trying to make a call on my phone, and suddenly my work, because I have my work teams on my phone, my personal phone, it suddenly restricted my entire calls on my personal phone and wanted me to install the work phone, and I decided that is not required. Thankfully I used ChatGPT, so it helped me uninstall, because there is no way I'm going to allow my work people's policies to define what I have on my personal phone. I've allowed Teams because I think that is important, that I'm available for any calls or texts if I'm away from my desk. That's the only reason why. And that has kind of frustrated me a bit. And I'm planning to have a chat tomorrow with my office, service desk and all that stuff. So that's something that kind of ticked me a bit. And I do get easily ticked, I said, right? So I'm trying to calm my nerves down, and just be positive about whatever happens around my life. And I hope for the next few weeks I can just enjoy a calm pathway to work, because in a couple of weeks the kids will be on school holiday, on long summer vacation, school holidays, or whatever you may call it. And I will be also planning to take a break from all of this. And I'm hoping that very soon, the following year, there'll be new things, new beginnings in my life. And I'm pray to God for that. So for all of the things that God has blessed me today with, I just want to bring those beautiful birds to my mind, how the parents are striving to make them live, this life. And so there is a season, and the timing is now for these birds, because God has allowed us to intertwine every emotion in our life, and I'm experiencing joy through this, and I want to fight for joy in my life. For today I will fight despite the terrible upset feeling I've encountered because of my work profile restricting my phone calls. I will yet experience joy. Sorrow is for a moment, but joy is something that I will rejoice over and I will fight for. I want to be content in my life, so I'm going to keep that aside. And I spoke to my daughter that I was upset about these two things, so that she understands that she can next time be very careful about the birds. I don't want the birds to be harmed by any of us. I don't want any humans to be the reason why the parents ditch them. I just want them to survive, and I hope they do. Willy wagtails, they're such beautiful creatures. It's so beautiful to hear their noise and their voice. Yeah. All right. I'm going to head off. I shall speak to you later. Bye.